What's up, everyone? So, I have finally got my new-ish roll cart exactly how I want it. I know I made a video a few months ago talking about just getting it and kind of throwing everything in it, but now I have everything exactly where I want it for the most part, and so I figured I'd just make an update and show y'all exactly what I've done. I've had to do some interesting things because I don't know, you may know this about the full length roll carts is that they don't have the slots and dots on the side. And I'm not spending, I think it was like $400 or $500 to get that thing put on there. So I just trimmed the little holder thing, and it wasn't bent because of doing this or weight or anything. I actually bent it a long time ago. So it's just resting up against it, but it's on there pretty good. It's got a little wobble to it, but whatever, it works. So I'm not having to take up drawer space with these three impacts or battery tools. That's not really an impact, whatever. And y'all know, of course, I usually have both big magnet trays back there, but one of them's got a bunch of Ford Taurus parts on it. So, as you can see, somebody had a bad day, and we're having to replace an engine on a Taurus. So we'll just start at the back. If they're not charging, this is where I keep my lights. Most of the time, it seems like they're charging, so they don't. Except for this one. This one never does. It takes days for this thing to go. If the power ever goes out, I've got one of those at the house with 2 batteries, and I can pretty much have light forever. But anyway, these are my most used lights. I have a few other ones around. This one with a magnetic base is my go-to. That's my next go-to, since you can flip it open and have another light bar. I don't know if I'm sure y'all have seen this light before, but this thing's awesome. It's got the magnet there, and it also will magnet like that. That's a really handy light. I think Snap-on has a bigger version of it, but it's ridiculously big, and I'm good with this one. I don't really have any reason for anyone bigger. And I got my 2 little lights. This one's definitely better than this one, but anyway, this battery, even on the lowest setting, seems to last about 2 minutes. But this one on the lowest setting will last the whole day pretty much. And like I showed y'all before, I keep my screw gun, and most of the time I just keep this little locking little bit on it, 1/4-inch bit. Sometimes it has other stuff. My 1/4-inch, and then you guys all know this guy. If you don't, then I can't believe you're watching this video. Anyway, I keep a 6 amp hour battery on it. Never have to charge it. Lasts forever. Back here I keep my straight pry bars, I guess, chisels, whatever you want to call them. And then coming along, I keep this Matco 3/8 decently long ratchet, and I use that pretty much just to do oil changes, just so I don't soak my comfort grips. And I got the smaller locking flex head. I really like this little ratchet. This thing's pretty cool. I use this for a lot of stuff. I just wish the locking switch was not so hard to flip, but it is definitely easier to deal with than Snap-on's version. Moving along, I keep 2 of these little Christmas tree tab puller things. I can't think of what they're called at the moment, but I keep a bigger one and a smaller one. And then the other 88, the 1/4" version. And now this one, the switch is very easy to use on this one. Now it does stick out, but I haven't had a problem with it. And I really like this ratchet and that other little stubby ratchet. And then if that's not small enough, I've got the little baby, the little T72 that I've had. I think I got this when they came out with the 72 tooth design way back when. See, over here I keep the magnetic, because I didn't know they made other ones, but they make other ones. They have a magnetic swivel spark plug socket. These things are good for about a year, and then the magnet falls out of them. It's almost like clockwork. You get about 1 year, and then magnet falls out. Back in the back here, got some more of these little non-locking. That's a non-impact, so I use that on the screw gun sometimes, and then that's an impact one. And then got the 3/8 impact, the little 12mm to push the rotors or drums or whatever. And I found this. It's actually a snap-on bit. I don't know, it was under the hood of a car or something. Got the drill adapter that's broken, and then just some random bits. Back in the back, got the tape measure, pry bars. Another thing I like about this box or roll cart compared to the other ones is that there's no second shelf, so you can stick this giant extension that's half to 3/8, and it'll go way down in there, no problem. Then I got another really long 3/8. I think that's a Matco, yeah. And then a not quite as long, I think that's a Sunex wobble extension. And that's what I keep on the sides. Oh, and then over here I have a notepad and some safety glasses and a pen and a razor knife. In the back, a broken mirror, a smaller but not broken mirror, 24s and a 3/8. And I think that's all on the sides. Keep the two short 14-4 ratchets. And this is where I've moved. I just got this set in the middle, and I put them over here. And then I've got I think this thing is like from 2013, but it's almost chrome now. It's been abused. That's the 21mm. And then on this end I got my two SAE deeps, the 1/2 and 9/16, and they're gray pneumatic. And then I've got a mix here of gray pneumatic and snap-on, mostly snap-on, just some of the odd sizes are gray pneumatic, but it's 8 to 21, yep, 21. And then I got a 1/2 and a 9/16 over here. 1/4" ratchet, a couple of 3/8. I'm gonna back up some. The 1/4" impact extensions, which I thought were going to be great and wonderful to use with my 1/4" impact, but nothing stays on them, they just fall off. Same thing with the snap-on 3/8 extensions. It's like everything, they just fall off. So I'm probably going to do something different, because they just don't cut it. I've got some locking extensions, and I think it's a mix of Matco and Gear Wrench, I believe. Yeah. These are my they're actually branded Cobalt, but they're made by Williams. SAE deep 3/8, some 1/4 chrome wigglers, and some impact 1/4" wigglers, a magnetic 10, semi-deep, those are Matco. The deep and shallow 1/4" are gray pneumatic. 3/8 impact, that's all snap-on except for a couple of the little ones over here. And I think that's everything on the top. On the side, this does not stay the same. It's just whatever I throw up there at the time. At the moment, it's like penetrating oil and lubrication to stuff and screwdrivers. I got the bigger flathead and the long flathead, and then just some different screwdrivers I use the most. And then first drawer is the chrome stuff and some more ratchets. I got the big Snap-on 3/8, the Matco locking long 3/8. I don't really use it all that much. In the very back, I got some 1/4-inch wobble extensions. That's actually a 3/8 and a 1/4-inch body swivel. The Snap-on long 1/4-inch. I think this thing is bent. Every time I look at it, it looks like it's leaning to one side, but I'm not positive. It's not very hard to bend that thing. Then I got a little stubby Matco, and then this thing's pretty cool. This little Duralast. I'm sure y'all have seen these at AutoZone, and I just picked it up because it was cheap, and it's actually really handy. It's like the head is barely bigger than the square, and it actually will fit in some really tight spots. So that's a pretty cool little ratchet. And in the back there, I got the rest of the Sunex wobble extensions and a universal adapter and 1/4-inch. Got my Allens and Torx, and those are all Snap-on. And then 1/4-inch extensions, 1/4-inch wobble plus, 3/8 wobble plus, and 3/8. Then I got some Matco wobble extensions. I think these actually have a little more angle than the wobble pluses, so I keep them just in case I need them. Got my 1/4-inch deep and shallow chrome, and then all the 3/8 shallow, mid, deep, basic stuff. Y'all, just the regular Snap-on. Those aren't the FDX. Those are in the other box. Got the spinner ratchet and a couple of magnets. I think that's it. Yep, that's it for that drawer. Next is pliers and other odds and ends. And if y'all really want me to go through every single one of these pliers, then, you know, I'll make a separate video just on pliers if there's just a huge amount of interest in all these different pliers, which I doubt there is, because I'm sure y'all can just look and kind of tell what all this is. But then I got little screwdrivers, little picks. This old, it is just about had it. I keep filing it down. It's old Mac pick, but it is just about done. And I have no Mac guy, so it's going to die of death and get thrown into the bin of broken tools. And I got a radiator hose picks and another mirror. How do I have, where did this mirror come from? Okay, now I'm confused. Huh. So I think my mirrors got together and had offspring, because I definitely, this must be somebody else's mirror that left it in my box. I'm guessing one of the guys borrowed one of the other guy's mirrors and thought it was my mirror, because that is definitely not my mirror. That's my mirror. So I don't know where that came from. Next drawer. 3/8 flip sockets, 1/2-inch impact. I bought these thinking they would be useful, these Matco / SK or something lug nut, stripped lug nut removable sockets, but I haven't really used them yet. And I got the long neck ratchets, spare 6-amp battery, that overpowered impact driver, some 1/2-inch extensions, another 3/8 impact, and the 8850. You may be wondering, where's the 9075? It's back getting repaired, of course. It lasted a whole week, and then I broke the trigger off of it. So it's off getting fixed. Next drawer, ours. Yes, next drawer, ours. Okay. Anyway, wrenches. Got my good old Snap-on Flank Drive Plus, the Matco that everybody says are exactly the same as all the other ones, but I feel like the teeth are a lot finer on these than the other ones. And if you look at like all the Matco stuff, if you look at it next to either the Gear Wrench, which I think make these, and the Easy Reds or the Mountains that make these, there's a little bit of a difference between them. Like little things like this little screw on the side, and also the way this head is shaped is a little different. And I think Gear Wrench has gone through a couple of different versions of these, and so I think these are the best of the versions that they make. So that's why I got them. They're just a little different, and they're not that much more than the Gear Wrench version. But now I don't have a Matco guy, so if I break one, I probably can't warranty it. But then I got the long ones. And moving down, I got all kinds of different stuff in here. On this side, I got my Modus Edge, my thermal, 2 blowguns, well, y'all know what those are. There's just relay testers, and got some spark testers that really cool. Man, I hate airing up tires without this thing. Like, I feel like I'm wasting my entire day holding that chuck onto a tire without that little clip. So I love that. Plus it's digital, so it works great for my drag radials. So I can get like 17.5 pounds in one tire and 17 in the other if I need it. Got some back probes, fluke, test light, amp clamp. That's it for that. And then the final drawer. Got a lot of stuff going on in here. Got my different die grinders. Got my 45, my straight. And then the little die grinder the little Cobalt that has lasted forever. It's not the most powerful thing in the world, but this thing just will not die. I really like that. It's just because it's reliable and doesn't break. Got some gloves. Got all those little bits and cookies and wires and just overflow drill bits. Got the grinding thingies. I can't remember what, carbide burr set, whatever. Got some, I can't pronounce that, hoot, I don't know, drill bits, Matco drill bits, hammers, more drill bits, cheap drill bits, the Matco air hammer, and there's some bits way down in there for it. The Snap-on 3/8, Snap-on older 1/2 inch, which weighs about 500 pounds. I don't actually ever use these. I just loan them to my employees. Don't let them use my good stuff. My drill, another loaner, and another loaner. Well, that's it. Hope y'all like the video. That'll be the last. Well, unless I change something. If I do a massive change to it, I may make another video, but ooh, that hands-free thing, or that anti-shake thing is trippy. It's like I stop moving and it anyway, I'm getting off topic. I don't think I'll make another video on this box unless I change something dramatically. Ooh, I like this anti-shake thing. Anyway, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment. If you want to see anything more in depth or have any questions, just let me know. Until next time, y'all have a good day.